All right.
So
the send-off,
the
but
send-off.
not quite goodbye.
Yeah, not quite goodbye. So the old girl is tired and abused, and she needs a bath and a manicure and a hug, maybe paint her nails.
Yeah, spotting.
Yeah, spotting. So we contacted the fine folks at Magnum Research, who actually have been like really super duper cool through this whole wackadoo process of learning this gun and running this gun and shooting this gun at matches and majors and all kinds of stuff.
Just for some odd reason, taking everything that's going on with this very seriously.
Oh yeah,
that's the most impressive part. It's very cool of them for that.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, they really have. I mean, they've been super duper helpful, and giving us if you've been following on Instagram, they've been collaborating on posts and like they're been talking to their info department a whole bunch. They're a super cool bunch of guys. They really are.
Yeah.
Like for just like some random dude who contacted them out of the blue and was like, "I'm doing something wacky with your products. You want to help?" They literally like with no prompting were like, "Yes, absolutely, we will help." So man, like kudos to a cool company for that whole thing.
And because of that, they kind of like I guess they're gonna, as you could say, they're gonna put their name to action. They're gonna research a Magnum. They'd like to look it over. Yeah. After everything that's been done to this poor thing.
Yeah, this poor, like, I mean, if there is a Desert Eagle out there that's been more abused and shot and used more aggressively than this one has, who are you? Like, I want to know
why are you?
Why are you? Somehow you managed to be crazier than me.
Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
Why do you persist?
Why do you persist? I will find you, Mr. Anderson.
Also, film that. Jeez. Like, I'm live on the stage, man.
I know, right? Yeah, film it. Come hang out with us.
Yes.
Yes.
But, okay.
But so Magnum Research, they're going to take the gun back. They're gonna look it over. They're going to fix it up. They're going to see what's wrong with it. What we have done to it with the comical round count that I've put on this for Desert Eagle.
It's 25 plus pounds of 357A.
Yeah, just so much ammo, and not just like
through range days, also all the dry fire work.
Yeah, like tens of thousands, if not hundreds.
More specifically, the 357A, just shooting AAA batteries through it's going to put some wear and tear.
Yeah, so at this point, I watch Ben Stoker stuff. He'll put like
I want Ben Stoker to shoot one of these for a while.
Dude, God, that was so fun. Oh man, that's my dream. Is for one day Ben Stoker to watch something stupid that I do and just be like, huh, interesting.
It's a good dream.
It's a good dream. Yeah, it's a good dream. Yeah, and just be like, huh, I want to try one of those dumb things that guy's doing. But he'll put like say 5,000 rounds on a gun, and they'll be like, I have kind of an opinion, and he'll put like 10,000 rounds on this. This one I've put, I would say, about conservatively 3,000 rounds through, which for like a Glock or a lot of guns, that would not be much. With a Magnum cartridge pistol, that's
where it meets tear.
Boy. Like when I told the guys, when I first contacted the guys at Magnum Research, I was like, hey, I've shot like 800 rounds through your gun in the last couple of weeks. Is there anything I should be aware of? And they're like, oh my God, wait, here's new springs. Please don't do that without this.
I'm going to shoot it in the major. You're going to what?
You're going to what? Yeah. Take more springs and some parts. Like, oh my gosh, yeah.
That was really cool.
That was super cool.
Also, just seeing it mostly run through a major was pretty wild.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, but again, it made through that. Range days, we even had some people, we finally got a chance to get regular shooters to shoot it. Like, and we got a pretty good gradient scale, put them through a little bit of a test on that as well. Probably clip some of that in here.
Yeah, we'll throw some of that in. We got a good smattering of people to shoot this other than me. I mean, so we thought it would be kind of we got like a cool smattering of people to shoot it. Everyone was very, very interested. I have shot the absolute snot out of this gun, and now we're going to send it back to the factory for some TLC. And we thought it would be kind of fun since they've been so cool and responsive. They actually, I contacted them about this, and they were like, yeah, as long as it's something that we can't answer.
Yeah,
they agreed to answer like if we sent them some questions. You know,
if you can answer it, cool. If not, I get it.
Yeah, the only thing they said they probably couldn't answer would be like things that would give away like designs that are like proprietary design information. Which
this isn't Daniel Defense hiding like where the gas port is.
Yeah, exactly.
I can buy a pin gauge.
Exactly. Like, so, like, for the just to start off, like
Vesky.
yeah.
Anyway,
whatever. You know, night out of it. We all know about the little internal sleeve thing for the barrel. We got it. Yeah, the door. Yeah, the ceiling explodes. Just guys with night PDWs kick the door in.
No one has bullets for a night PDW.
Even night. But so just like first off, so this is a Mark 1, Mark 7. It's a 1989 manufactured in Israel. You see on the side it has Israeli military industries. On the other side, it's got
possibly custom. Who knows? On this one,
really, who knows? I sent them the serial. Yeah, it's got Magnum Research on one side, IMI on the other side. And they confirmed that this was made. They did confirm that it was made in Israel, but it's so old. They were like, honestly, it's either a Mark 1 or Mark 7. At the time, they were basically the same gun. Like, mine has a different safety lever than a Mark 1.
That's nice and worn in.
Yeah, it's real nice and worn in. That's about where the differences with the Mark 1 and Mark 7, at least for this one, seem to end. So, for all intents and purposes, basically
these are intensive purposes. We can use whatever misnomers it has.
Fair enough. But so we were like, well, okay, so like in between this and the Mark 19, like what changes and improvements were made?
Yeah.
How does that?
What do y'all think would be the best improvement in your professional opinion? Like, this is literally y'all's job. Like. Designing these, like what are some of the best changes I guess made?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it looked like some of them, like the polymer extractor springs. Some of them, I don't know if they were. I would say some of them I can't tell if there was like a manufacturing ease change. Which, as someone who's like done gun manufacturing stuff before, like there are some changes you make for like ease of manufacture to do better work on other parts of the gun. I can't tell like what has been done there or what is just like an overall improvement. Who really knows? So like in their professional opinion, what is the best like functional change to the gun? That'd be kind of cool to know.
Another one I'd posit, any improvements if you're going to ground up the gun like from the start, like just ground up build, and you still had to make it be this. It's like fit your changes to that. Like, are there changes you would make like a different safety placement, design, maybe a double action, single action trigger?
Like how would you make this gun go fast?
Yeah, how would we expedite it into whatever he's doing? Like, what would, aside from making just a Kunan?
Yeah, if you were gonna make this,
keep this form factor, but make it for competition. If you will.
What would that look like? Like, could a double single. Could a double stack Desert Eagle, could that be like a thing that happens at some point? Could there be, what could you do to race out Deagle?
Yeah.
If you had infinite money and time and manufacturing ability, like
sort of along that line, 429 DE. Yeah. That's an interesting cartridge on paper.
Very interesting cartridge.
I'm poor, so I've shot most guns that exist right now.
We've shot all of the common versions of the Deagle. We've shot the 50, the 44. I
speak guns in general, but that's a boutique thing where a way where it's like it is a bespoke cartridge for that. It's like 45 gap, but cool. Yeah.
So so for those of you that don't know, so like three main cartridges that Desert Eagle is chambered in: 357, 44, 50 AE. 357 and 44 were the first cartridges that it was chambered in. 357 first, then 44.
And specifically 357.
44 not too long after. And then 50, and the 50 was built with the Desert Eagle in mind. So the 44 and the 357 are both rimmed Magnum cartridges. It's crazy that there's a pistol that shoots a rimmed Magnum cartridge.
I mean, there is a couple, but this one particularly
functionally. Like, in a functional capacity, the fact that there is a gun that can shoot a bunch of rounds of 357 Magnum or 44
pretty
Magnum.
Darn fast.
Yeah, pretty darn fast. Like, that's wild. And one of the exclusive problem, like, as long as the gun is cleaned, you have the right ammo, and all the springs are tuned up the way they're supposed to, the gun has one malfunction occasionally, mostly because of me doing things to it you're not supposed to do with this gun, which is run it ridiculously fast in like competitions and stuff. I'm sure
it's totally in the books.
So what will essentially happen because of the rim on the cartridge, like the rim will get hung up on some of like the internal geometry of the magazine and maybe the internal geometry of the gun itself.
Yeah, part of it is once it floats forward, it can kind of rotate back and forth because it's not that straight wall cartridge against the rim, so it has a bit of play.
Yeah,
at least from our experience. If that's
that seems to be what's happening.
You could tell me otherwise, but that's what I've seen and what I've been able to deduce. Like we've looked at the casings on the ground on the ones that just misfired, but jam, there's like a raptor claw mark.
Yeah, it literally something happens.
It's not all the way there. It's just like half of it has just a chunk.
Yeah, because of the rim on 357 and 44, when you try to run a rim cartridge through this gun as crazy fast as I've been running this gun, something will happen to the internal geometry, and the extractor, when the round loads, will and it'll won't quite grab the round, and they're like.
I'd say again, it's probably part of it being able to wiggle. Once it goes farther, it's just not being a consistent length with the rim.
Yeah,
is what's causing that.
Yeah,
that's why 50AE shines, because
50AE is a rimless cartridge.
And it's made in a fun way where there's 44 Magnum. Well, what if we just widened it to that rim and it was just like the thick boy 45 auto, and if you look at it, it just looks like a giant 45 auto that says .50.
Yep. And the
so rad.
Well, and so the 50s, they don't seem to have really, as far as I know, really much in the reliability. Not that anyone shoots them enough.
Granted, we haven't tried even shooting one fast because budgets.
Because budgets, and boy, 50AE ain't cheap. But the 429 is also a rimless cartridge designed with Desert Eagle in mind. So
its parent case essentially is like 50AE, but it's bottlenecked down like 37 Sig to 44 Magnum.
Yeah.
So that would enhance reliability on a couple of reasons. Just having that bottleneck that helps it shelf its way in, and then you have the wall at the back just being really consistent. That really helps with handguns.
Yeah. So we were like, man, that's super cool. 50AE on the reliability and function of the gun is really cool. But 357 is almost playing with these guns
the form factor works.
The form factor works.
Clicks.
It clicks. The gun is capable.
Fast.
Yeah. Well, it's it gives you not that you probably couldn't shoot the other ones fast, but man, you're womp womp.
Accurately, maybe.
Yeah. Accurately, maybe. Yeah. But 357, you can shoot accurately and fast, which I have done.
You can.
Obviously, I can. I can
shoot it moderately quick.
Yeah, moderately
and accurately, but I can't do it anywhere near as fast. Part of it's practice. Another part is just.
I big.
That's a that's a good way to put it.
I big, but yeah, and so we were like, man, what if at some point could there be a straight wall 357 357 DE?
Yeah, just come on, just hack a
hack a 300 350 Legend. Take a 350 Legend cartridge and just make some 357 DE out of it, and
Actually, I don't have a 350 Legend. Is that a straight wall cartridge? No, it's a straight wall. Is that rimmed or not?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't have one.
I don't know. It would be so cool. But if you were to make 350 DE,
350,
would that actually facilitate the possible double stack Deagle? Because it wouldn't be super wide, super big. I mean, please
357 DE, because you would have this with all the reliability of a rimless cartridge. With none of the hiccups that the 44 and 357 would have in these because of the rim cartridge limitations. You could double stack it. That might really take these to super, super usable levels.
I wouldn't say new heights, but I would say function and form would be, we'll call it enhanced.
Oh yeah, I mean, could you imagine something this size where you could crank a bill drill with hard and still have
in John Wick 3 where you just 350 9mm major.
Yeah.
But it's just pulling out that instead it's this round. It would just break his neck if he's got armor that can stop it. It's
cool. Neat. Wait, I'm gonna do that. Yeah. I would actually do what the stupid John Wick 9mm major bullets would do.
It's not
instead of punching through their armor, just fucking
just
kill them immediately.
It's a USPSA cartridge. It's meant for making power factor. What's power factor? It's that thing they do.
But But yeah, 357 DE straight wall rimless like 357 would be so cool, and like double stack Deagle would be so cool. Like I think that would.
There was a video forever and a day ago. I'll have to see if I can find it. Guy made a double stack 44 Magnum Desert Eagle, and he had it made out of a USP frame.
That's cool.
So it's not that it, for all I know, because this was like
a minute and a half ago,
decade and change when I saw this video. It's like it could be fake, but the concept has lived clearly in my head till this very moment.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just going to keep doing that. I'll tell my kids about that. God forbid I have them.
Oh, yeah. I got some of them. But yeah, that would be super cool. If there could, for at some point, be a 357 DE. Like, I think that's the car. I think
even
that's the
if
car.
it's not double stacked, just what it would be able to make this gun into, like, it would be the Limited 10 Racer.
Yeah, and if it is like,
Turan Tactical, get on this.
Yeah, I know. And like if we're positing you could somehow like build it off 350, a 350 Legend casings, like you could like you maybe have one that's like somewhat commercially viable.
They made 44 DE.
Yeah,
I mean, 429 DE.
429 DE. Like it's less bespoke than that. So, and people bought that for sure. They bought that.
Someone must have.
Donut operator bought it.
There you go.
Yeah, see, like there's a whole video where they're like playing synth with, and he's shooting one in 429 DE, which
there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
People with a budget bought it.
People with a budget bought it. But like 357 DE, like you would have a gun that like you could run fast and run hard, and like you'd get all the cool benefits of running one of these 357, but like you fix a ton of the rim cartridge reliability problems. Like, man, you could actually like race gun one of these out, maybe kind of like, oh, that'd be super cool. I don't know what you do with it that would be like considered practical, but man, it'd be rad.
It's called the practical shooting.
Yeah, USPSA. Yeah, it says practical shooting in the thing. You can take it.
That meant you shot it practically.
I shot it I have so practically shot this gun. You wouldn't believe how practically I shot this gun. I mean, I actually did. I did like hunting with it.
There is that.
Which is, of all the use cases it was ever made for, that's the one.
You shot it for the opposite game.
Yeah, that it was intended for. Well, what's funny about that, too, is the thing is so dadgum accurate because it's a fixed barrel.
It's hilariously accurate.
Hilariously accurate. It's a fixed, non-reciprocating barrel. I think the irons on this one might literally be set at 100 yards. So, like, I was like, rabbit, aim at feet. Poof, and just, like,
It's pretty impressive.
Like, yeah. Like, and I can do it. I did it a couple times, like, fast. Do really quick, like, drawing and just like, man, look at that. Got him. Sweet.
Yeah.
Like, it does some cool, nifty stuff. We also did find out that Desert Eagles do actually increase the velocity of rounds like 357 over, like, whatever their testing medium was, which I think is a 5-inch barrel revolver.
It's like 4 or 5-inch revolver, so you're going to get plus 80-ish for the extra inch, and then you're going to get more for just being fully sealed at ignition, if you will.
Yeah, so MagTech 357A, they advertise 1250 FPS is what's on the box, and we clocked one on the chrono at the major at 1480.
Yeah, no, it's
cooking. That's a bump. That's a bump. Dude, like an extra 10% velocity or more out of 357, like that's
like at a glance that doesn't sound like much until you realize just like
the amount of joules that you're
where you're already at.
Yeah.
10% on top of something where it's just like near to bursting.
Yeah, like boy, that's like I don't care what like body armor you're wearing, like you're gonna feel this.
You'll remember this one.
You will remember this one. I'm not saying if you got a plate on it'll kill you, but boy, you're gonna sit down for a minute.
Rethink some life choices.
Rethink some life choices.
Yeah. So I guess that we're curious what y'all think of the Deagle, and do you have advice for someone that would be trying to do this as well?
Yeah.
What would y'all's be advice to someone starting this? That's a good one in my book.
Yeah, I think so too. And if the good people at Magnum Research see this, and of course we'll send this as a question, like what this is exclusively to like the staff at Magnum Research who like watches this stuff that we do. What do you want to see? What do you want to see us do with one of these? What version of this do you want to see? Everyone has pitched.
I'll posit another one on that. To a random viewer, if you've got a Deagle, put something up. We'll match it.
Yeah, tag me. Yeah, put something up and tag me, and like I'll do my version of whatever like wacky challenge.
Gorilla grip challenge. I mean, I don't know. Just tag him in there. If you make a video on YouTube, send it to him or whatever.
Yeah,
I'll make him do it.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, like if you like come up with some wacky shooting challenge with a Desert Eagle, and like if I'll totally try and match it. That'd be kind of fun. And I am interested, like the staff at Magnum Research, like everyone's pitched shoot a match with a 50 AE Desert Eagle. Obviously, that's we'll do that at some point. You know, the Humble Marksman, certainly beat me to that one. Yeah, okay, we'll do that at some point. But like,
to be fair, like just to make juice worth the squeeze, we have to do it 44 first.
Okay, fair.
Then 50.
Mm-hmm. I also
maybe dig up a 41 Magnum.
I also,
it does exist.
I also do really want to get like a Mark 19 357 and like comp optic, like the whole like as race gun now. Yeah, shoot it in open.
No, with a thermal.
Yeah, with a thermal. Yeah,
it's occluded and then some.
Yeah, I'm just like I want to race out a Mark 19 357. And clobber targets with that. We'll do tons of versions of Desert Eagle stuff going, like as this goes on. But I want to know what the good people at Magnum Research would like to see. What would they think is cool? And there's more stuff in the catalog than just Desert Eagles too. Like they have the Baby Deagle. The Baby Deagles are cool, and the Micro Deagle, which is the Halo Magnum, and I want one so bad.
But it's cool. It's a Halo Magnum, but like. That big.
Yeah.
And it also runs on the gas piston system, but it's in 380, and there's a trigger pull that actually isn't.
I looked up like what it would take to get 380 to meet power factor for USPSA, and like even Grok was like, "You will blow your gun up."
Board does make it.
It is close. It's like it might meet power factor. I don't know.
I don't know if it would meet the law of averages.
Yeah, I
think a couple of them might squeak over, but
yeah, I'm not entirely sure. It'd be cool. I don't know if
I could load something.
I don't know if the gun. I don't know if a Micro Deagle would handle it. That'd be an interesting one. Will this work? Will we blow up a Micro Deagle into a hand grenade while I'm holding it? Who knows? You decide.
Yeah, there's
and
no
you
way
is physics.
There's no way to accidentally pull that trigger or set up a system for it. You have to pull those. It's a double action pull.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know. They're so cool. They literally are just like little baby Halo bags.
Bring those back.
I know. Bring those back.
Bring those back at 9 though.
Yeah, bring the man. There've been so many Halo games that it looks like the Halo gun. Like, dude, if you brought those back slightly bigger in 9mm, people would buy that for sure. Especially if you made like an modern optic set version.
Nah.
No, just classic. Just go with classic. Okay, fine, but still.
I want the unusable dots on the Halo Magnum.
It's just
it's just a ledge with two dots, and it has a front ledge. I want that.
It's just all shooting is included shooting. They're just shooting this big wonky chunk of metal for no reason.
Exactly. That's what I want out of that gun. I love it as it is. I just want it back.
Fair enough. But yeah, no. If you want to shoot a Desert Eagle challengey thing and send it to me, I'll totally try and match it. That sounds like super fun, and I would love to know what y'all want to see us try and do in the future with one of these, or honestly anything else. We've got some wacky ideas. We might do like a segment at some point that's just like hopes and dreams. Thoughts and prayers, things that we'd love to do. It's not wacky ideas that we'd love to just pull off at some point. But yeah, no.
Will Farscape ever get a reboot?
Will Farscape ever get a reboot? We definitely weren't watching that right before filming this. Certainly not. The guns of Farscape. Just gotta figure out how to put a Glock into a sword.
Did 9/11 save Farscape?
Did 9/11 save Farscape? The conspiracy channel.
When did Goon get on that?
When did Goon get? Yeah. Oh man, that'd be so entertaining. All right, yeah, but like and subscribe or whatever people say in YouTube videos. I don't know. Again, not your dad.
We're still very new to this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
thank you though.
Yeah,
if you made it this far, thank you all so much.
Yeah, absolutely. We appreciate every single one of y'all. Y'all are awesome. And toodles.